If you're new here, I welcome you. If you already know me, I welcome you back. My name is Luisa and I'm starting my lab, my research lab at the LMU, and I'm working with toxins. So if you want to know more about our research, just go to the link here. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm trying to make visible what I think a good relationship between PIs and PhDs are, and have fun with this. Okay, bye. I've always thought that the relationship between PI and PhD student is quite similar to a marriage that is limited to 3 years. Yeah, so I decided I'm going to let you know what my parameters are, and I took the recommendations for a good marriage as parameters discussed here and see what are the similarities. First one, be yourself from the beginning. And that means in the interview. In the moment that you had the interview, the idea of the interview is to get to know each other. Credentials and grades are already part of history in the moment that you go to the interview, because the PI should have seen your grades and your credentials and your CV, and hopefully the student has done exactly the same thing and look at the PI's curriculum vitae and the publication list. So that part, that formal part is done. In the moment that you come to the interview, the idea of the interview is to get to know each other and each other's personalities, because they have to be compatible. Second, communicate clearly and often. That means from both sides, the PI and the PhD student, they have to tell exactly what they are understanding from each interaction and things like that. Because we all see the world through a filter that has been created by our experiences, and they might be misunderstandings that are easy to clarify through a open communication. When you start your PhD, you should really have clear both sides. What are the expectations for both? And find a middle ground. That comes to the third recommendation that they say, and is understand that it is okay to disagree. So we might find different ways to see how it is going, but you always can find a middle ground or a compromise, like in marriage. And this is really necessary to have a productive relationship and work relationship in the lab with the PI and with the students. The fourth one is learn to forgive. PIs and PhD students, we are all humans, and we will have our good days and our bad days. I personally try to warn my students when I'm not in a good mood, because I really try that I don't lash out at them when I'm not really like in a good day mood. Can happen. I've managed to do it until now, I think, quite well. And the very few times that I've had I did not feel comfortable with myself about how I dealt with the situation, I do apologize. I'm aware that the students are as well, some days they are not themselves. They might have problems at home or problems in the relationship, and I try to understand that and keep that in mind. So yeah, we are all humans. The fifth, you have to remember what brought you together, and that means science, and enjoy the science together. It's the best, it's one of the best relationships, I think, if you are able to be happy about the results or frustrate together because some of the results, look for solutions together, everything. It means that we have the same common subject always in mind, and that is the science behind our research. The sixth is help each other grow. Usually it's thought that the PIs are supposed to be the ones like helping the PhD students to get better and to kind of like improve all the time. But what the PhD students should know as well is that at least I learn a lot from my PhD students. Not only because they have a different view of the world, but they come with the fresh knowledge from the university. I mean, my university was a long time ago, and I might not have all the knowledge fresh in my mind with the newest developments, or I might not have the time to read the newest papers in a subject, but my student did. And if that student is able to communicate those things to me, I'm growing as well, because that knowledge, I'll be able to pass it to the next students or to keep it in mind for the project or the tutoring, supervision, or even in my new classes. So we both are growing. It's not a relationship, hierarchical relationship where the PI is above and the PhD is down. I think, and I hope those times are gone, because we are all grown-up people. And yes, there is a hierarchy because of how the system works, but in the moment of working, this hierarchy should not be like that. It should be based on respect and acknowledgement for each other's knowledge. The seventh is let the other one know about the good things or the good deeds. For example, if I'm really impressed by one review of one paper or how the things were done for an experiment or experimental ideas or techniques, it's not a problem to say, hey, you did good there. Of course, do not expect from both sides a love for everything that you do and like, oh, good girl and good thing and whatever. No, it's not about that. It's about acknowledging the good work that is being done, and as well from the PhD students towards the supervisors. I don't need a, oh, thank you for this and thank you for that. No, because I see it as my obligation. But if it was helpful, it's good to know that it was helpful. So that is my summary of the things that I think a marriage has in common with a PhD-PI relationship. If you have any more ideas or any more things that you think might be in common, or maybe is in common with other things that you have in mind, let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to hear what other what other similarities you will find between PIs and PhD student relationship. Okay? So, I wish you a great day and see you next time. Bye!